Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today on this absolutely gorgeous Thursday afternoon Leather Bag Lady weather report? It is 15, 16 degrees, much warmer in the sun. You better believe I had my little chair out on, I've got an area in front of my deck that is really meant for a fire pit. I do have a fire. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So I was sitting out there enjoying the sun. You better believe it. But anyway, let's get to today's bag. So if you are Canadian, you probably have heard of Danier Leather. Danier Leather is a Canadian retailer who sold only leather. Now, however, after their sale in 2016, they are now called Danier, and they sell very little leather, which in my opinion is a good thing because the quality is a shadow of what it used to be. So when I get vintage Danier bags, I really quite celebrate that fact. Don't see too many of them these days, but I've had this bag for a while, and it is so pretty. I think it's the color that I love the most. It's this mahogany brown, just beautiful bag. Top handle. Now it does have D-rings for a crossbody shoulder strap. I do have one. It is a vintage, like a 70s vintage piece. The color matches beautifully, but it is, it is kind of one of these old school. If you would like it, please let me know. I don't know that I would wear something this size, crossbody or shoulder. To me, this is a top handle bag. But if you would like the strap, please let me know and I will include it. No extra charge. It is just a gorgeous bag. The feet are in place. I moisturized the bejesus out of it this morning, and I think it probably could do with another couple of goings over. I'm starting to get low on my leather better, so I need to order some more. But so there are, as I've shown you already, there are some D-rings for that strap if you so choose. The opening is here, and it opens up to, I stuffed it because it was sitting a little wonky, and I just love the bag. The sun, there's the sun hitting that mahogany brown. It's just gorgeous. There is an outside pocket. How far down does that go? Well, it goes all the way down to the bottom. So that's a great spot for your phone. Let's get the stuffing out of it. My Kristen D, whoop, one of my reseller colleagues. I love watching her throw the paper all over the place. There is your Danier brand plaque. Very reminiscent of the not reminiscent. That is a very good telltale sign that it is vintage, because I don't believe they do this quality of brand plate anymore. So you have a pocket, zipper compartment, a divider with a zipper compartment, and then you have another section in here. So there's one, two, three, four, five. Would help if I had the bag in camera, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's lots and lots of compartments. If you like compartments, as I said, I would myself personally wear this as just a top handle, but that strap is there if you want it. The color is the hero for me on this bag. It is just so rich, so lovely. And there you go. But as I said, it could use a little bit more moisturizing, a little bit of color lightening in the corners, but nothing that screams at you. It's just a really pretty little bag. So there you go. That is today's bag. So people are watching me talk and they're not sure who I'm talking to, but hey, that's good. We are having, as I said, the most beautiful day. And I am having a great day today. I really am. I've had a counseling session today, a Zoom counseling session, and it went really well, actually. So much so that I'm going to be taking like maybe 10 days until the next one. I don't know what's happened today, but I'm just having a great day. I've got a great weekend coming up. Tomorrow I have a show in Guelph at Guelph Lake Commons. Tomorrow night I'm partying my face off with my girlfriend Lori at her modular home in Burford. They are having their Halloween party this weekend, and then I'm going to stay for the whole weekend. Why not? It has been really, really therapeutic to reconnect with my friends. I didn't realize just how distant I had become from all my friends. And I do say that I was starting to recognize, even visiting with my parents, I was starting to kind of detach from that. And I'm not sure what that was down to, whether it was just, how busy we always were. But it feels really good. I had lunch on Tuesday with an old boss of mine, Lois, and we have not seen each other since 2019. And we were both dark haired, and now we're both blonde bombshells. It was great. We went to Paris and a building that used to be the Brown Dog. If you are in our area, the Brown Dog used to be a coffee shop. And I took all my residents when I showed Lois where I used to take the residents, and the amount of work it was to get all of those ladies up the stairs with their walkers. She just shook her head. She just said, "You loved that job." And I did, until a new administrator took over and everything changed, and I just didn't want to be there anymore. So my son is struggling with some stuff at the moment, and one of those things is just not loving his job anymore. And he's trying to hang in there. He recognizes that it's a great job. He recognizes that he's making fantastic money. I'm sure the situation between me and he who shall not be mentioned does not help. Because they were quite close, actually, but not so much anymore. And I think he's feeling that loss, to be honest. So anyway, it's just been a great week. I haven't really spent that much time here, and I think I've shared with you before that I always seem to kind of run back to what is familiar. But I've been here just over a week now, and I'm going to be here while I'm going away for the weekend, but I will be back. And then I'm here for another whole week, and then I am back in Hamilton, St. Catharines next weekend. It's starting to ramp up now. The Christmas shows, I've got probably 7 or 8 booked. Whether or not they happen, I don't know. If it was anything like last year, they all got canceled. So far so good. I've confirmed my show tomorrow in Guelph already. They are not an outbreak or anything like that. Had a little phone conversation with a travel agent today. There has been some major changes. So I think I shared with you recently that the park is now going to be an 11-month park as of next year. Well, as of this past weekend, because I don't think I've really spoken to you, I've kind of slowed down a little bit on my not my shop at the sheds, well, that too, my vintage bag experience, just because I've been so crazy busy, and I'm doing a lot of traveling back and forth. So, I'm a good half hour and a half from everywhere. So, and it's getting much darker earlier now. So, having to go into town to upload my videos and such, I'm going to have to start to have almost like a summer schedule and a winter schedule. But this past Saturday, the new owners of our park, I think again, I shared with you that our park has been purchased by new people. They told us that we don't have to go anywhere this year if we don't want to. So it's kind of thrown a huge wrench in my already created plans. So December is probably still going to be in Sarnia with my aunt, just because I don't want her being on her own. And Christmas is going to be a bit of a hurdle for me too. So we can boo-hoo with each other and not ruin anybody else's Christmas. Because first Christmas on my own, not really a huge Christmas person anyway, but I mean, there will be some tears, I am sure. So I would rather, not be here for that. I really don't want to be here isolated in the snow, still not feeling 100%. So that is just a recipe for, dark days. So, but what I am planning to do is Florida was supposed to be January. I've watched a few videos of the poor state that Florida is in right now, and I've heard a couple of rumblings that the state is actually asking people not to travel there this winter, if possible. I could be wrong, but the YouTubers that I've watched that have actually taken footage of the carnage that the two tornadoes, hurricanes, or whatever they're called, caused. I don't know where I'm going. I've never done this before. I don't think it would be a good idea for me to be driving down there with no real destination in mind. So January, I am not going to do Florida this year. Next year, more than likely. But I am 85% sure that I'm going to go and see my whales. It was a trip I had planned with him, and I thought, you know what? Fuck him. I'm going to go by myself. So I've got to call into a travel agent. She's taken what it is I want, and we'll see whether or not I can have it or not. I've never traveled to that extent solo before. I've done tons of things on my own. But I've never done that on my own. So if it is at all possible, I'm going. And then I'm going to come back from Sarnia and be here for 2 or 3 weeks before I make that trip. That way I don't have to winterize my trailer. I don't have to put everything in storage. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I'm still going to have to play it by ear whether or not the sunroom is going to be warm enough to not affect the leather on my bags. That is going to be kind of experimental. I need to go through a winter to really kind of know what to do. February is my birthday month, and I am not sitting here by myself on Valentine's Day for my birthday. You know that is not going to happen. So I am going to call the travel agent, and I'm going to say to her, in the next 3 days, what's the cheapest vacation you've got? And I'm going to go again. That's the plan. I don't care. March, I'm going to stay for another 2 or 3 weeks. This way I can still sell my bags. I don't have to shut my business down for 3-4 months. I was really worried about that because, it's taken me so much work to create the momentum that I have that I can take off for a week each month and not really impact anything. Now, the only thing will be is April. So we have also been told that we can pick the month that we want to be vacant from our units. So I am going to pick April because, again, I don't have to winterize my trailer. I can leave everything out. I don't have to put all the liquids in storage. I don't have to do any of that stuff. So I do have my handyman Keith, who passes my trailer every day, and I think if I have a chat with him and throw him a few bucks, I'll give him a key and he can stick his head in and make sure everything's okay, that there's no real issues or anything. So if all these pieces connect, I'm still going to go to England, and I may even go somewhere from England. So this winter is going to cost me a pretty penny, but you know what? I don't care. I need to get the hell out of Dodge. I need to fill my memory bank with brand new memories with, if it's just me, if, I meet somebody along the way, then great. Not looking for that at all. But you just never know what the world has in store for you. So I'm waiting for that travel agent to get back to me. I had a little look on the Air Transat app, which we downloaded when we were in Dominican in April this year. And because we were, like I said, we were planning. I was paying for a trip for the both of us for January because he turned 60 in December. I am 57 in February, and it was my turn to pay. He had paid for the last two trips, and I thought, you know what, it's my turn. So if I was going to spend it on him, I'm definitely going to spend it on me. So that is the plan. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, it could change tomorrow because that's just the way the leather bag ladies world works. But that way, I'm going to see if I can get my mom up here for a week or so when the weather gets kind of crummy. I'm going to see if even my sister will come up for a while, my kids. Just trying to protect myself from getting too lonely because, I mean, it's lonely enough up here as it is with still being able to be outside. And there's lots of people around, but I don't really know anybody. But most of these folks go south for the winter, and whether or not those plans will change now that the park footprint has changed, because let's face it, like the fees didn't go up that much to represent the extra 3 months of being able to stay here. And what it was going to cost me to be elsewhere for those 4 months, it was going to be pretty substantial. So you know what? I had already planned to spend it. So I got a taste of the all-inclusive thing. I'm not sure well, you know what? Never say never. If I do 3 this winter, as well as going to England, maybe that's my fill for a while. Vacations were not really my thing. I never had the money for vacations. Every extra penny I had went on the house and repairing the house and all that stuff. So it really didn't kind of, like, it wasn't a priority at all. I just never had the money. I never knew what it felt like. I never knew what it was. And I will give him credit for, spending money he didn't have. But, I went to, where do we go? Tulum for the first time with the crazy vacation club that he bought into. What a waste of money that was. And then Dominican this past April. Towards the end of April, we went and we saw the whale and her baby, and I was hooked. The whole point of going back was to see the whales. So when I was talking to the travel agent today, I said, well, I'd really like to go back to this same hotel. I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but you know what? I think I'll be fine. I really do think I'd be fine. I'm familiar with it. You never know. Maybe some of the people that were there when we were there last year will be there. You never know. Jamie and Joe and what was his name? Can't remember. Senior moment. So hopefully the puppies are still there, and I think I'll do okay. But she is going to look around for me at other places as well. And this is probably the best day I've had since this all happened. And like I said, I really don't know why. I had a beautiful conversation with a lady this morning. I can't share who she is, but she is just going to be a wonderful friend moving forward. Never in a million years did I think that would happen. And then my counseling session, and it's just been a fabulous, fabulous day. So I hope you're all having a fabulous day where you are. And I will talk to you next week now. Shop at the Shed tomorrow. I'm going to try and do it today because I'll list it tomorrow, but I'm going to get all the work done today because I am partying my face off tomorrow. And you better know when I go to this Halloween party, I am going to be the bag lady. Bye, everybody.